This is the first time the public has had an inclination, something concrete, factual, that we can put our touch, feel, and see whether manipulation is real. We as a society have always had this sci-fi view of our weather. You know, we always feel like somebody's manipulating it, but are they really? Because we're made to feel like we're conspiracy theorists when we think of that, right? I mean, really, we are. When we start saying our government is manipulating, you never hear me tell this, talk about government weather manipulation. I figured it's some type of, political talking point until I hear Chris Prather talking about cloud seeding and explaining the process. And I'm like, excuse my language, cover your ears, Christian folks. Them motherfuckers. That's the first thing that popped out of my mouth. I'll be damned. Is the second. I cover true crime. And although the Texas floodwaters are not really true crime, well, I don't know. I'm getting some reports here, guys. I've never heard of cloud seeding before. Never heard of cloud seeding before, but for the first time, I heard that there is evidence that there was cloud seeding prior to these floods. And I keep thinking about all the hurricanes, all the tornadoes, all the flooding that we've had. And we were made to believe when we say that it's possible that our government is manipulating our weather, and we look like tin hat conspiracy theorists. I don't touch the subject because I feel like a tin hat conspiracy theorist. Don't touch the subject. Whenever you ever heard me talking about environmental stuff on this show, raise your hand if you hear me talking about my advocacy about the environment. If you heard me talk about my advocacy about it being an environmentalist, the old gal that used to smoke, the ones that drill holes in roots and stumps and pours diesel in it when I don't want a stump to grow back, that bullhorn Betty, totally. I don't even know if diesel's even. I might get a knock at the door. Charlie Wells might be here writing me a ticket. Well, I'm just saying it might be hyperbole. It might not. You got to prove it, Rick. You got to prove it, okay? You can't give me a ticket until you can prove that I did it. I've covered up the evidence at this point. I'm just saying. And so hearing that there's this thing called cloud seeding that can force clouds, they put some type of chemicals in the water. They have large places that they pour chemicals. Now, I want people to understand this. And when that is evaporated up into the clouds, it's like a chemical process that forces that cloud to hold more water. Why would anybody want to hold more water? Because in California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, you guys know of one thing. What have they been known for years? Desert, no water. So for a way of survival and a way of, keeping more water in certain areas, they do this cloud seeding for purposes of droughts. Because during drought time, the clouds can hold more water. When they release, they drop more water on the drought areas. But we're hearing that this type of situation happened. We have to remember water rose at such a level that seems almost out of a sci-fi movie. I saw it came in like a tidal wave in the middle of Texas. Like, I'm looking at photos of roads flooded, and I can't even see where the water is coming from. They have no lakes. They have no streams. It's almost as if there was just a massive bucket just released the area, and it only had a path to go in, and it weaved and wounded and took anything and everything out of its path. Is it a result of this cloud seeding or other weather manipulation?